cracking down in our area. We'll tell you what you need to know to stay on the right side of the law. A White House announcement could delay your flight plans in and out of central New York. We'll explain how presidential perks could make you late. Got milk? These kids do. Meet local contestants and hear how far their mustaches have taken them. Tonight on Eyewitness News 5 and 11.
Set to travel.
Police will have an eye out for you. Good evening, I'm Maureen Green.
I'm Matt Mulcahy. We'll have that story in just a moment, but first we have a late-breaking story to tell you about tonight.
A three-family home caught fire on Syracuse's near west side, and Eyewitness News 5's David Muir is live on Liberty Street in Syracuse with the latest on what happened. David?
Maureen, fire investigators remain on the scene here at this hour at 160 Liberty Street. The fire broke out shortly after 10 o'clock in the rear of a three-family home. There was some concern at one point about whether or not there were people inside because so many people actually live inside that home, but everyone was able to make it out in time. No injuries. Fire investigators were able to save a family dog, though, that was inside the house at the time of the fire. There is no word as to what the cause is. We took some pictures of the fire just a short time ago. We want to show you some of those pictures at this time. As I mentioned, investigators are concerned with the rear of the home where they believe the fire may have started. They're not sure whether or not it started outside the home or just inside the back porch, so they're labeling the fire as suspicious at this point. One other thing I want to note, there were a lot of neighbors out crowded around the fire, and when police tried to push them back, one of the men who lived inside of the home became a little rowdy. He wanted a front row seat, they tell me, to the fire. When they asked him to stand back, he wouldn't. He was yelling, and apparently they arrested him and took him from the scene. A lot of people were concerned about that arrest, wondering if it had anything to do with the fire. They say it was unrelated, just the fact that the man wouldn't cooperate with the police line here. Maureen?
Okay, an emotional night on Liberty Street. David Muir, thank you.
Sure.
We are just a few days away now from one of the busiest travel times of the year, the Thanksgiving Day holiday. State police are getting a head start tonight, cracking down on speeders and aggressive drivers. Eyewitness News 5's Allie Meyer is live in the newsroom tonight with more on this story. Allie?
Well, Matt, state police are preparing for a busy travel week ahead. Thanksgiving travelers. Troopers are enforcing New York's steep seatbelt law today. They say most fatalities on the road happen when people aren't buckled up. Tonight, troopers teamed up to prevent those fatal accidents with a seatbelt checkpoint. Officials estimate as many as 1 out of 4 adults don't wear their seatbelts. If you're ticketed, you could face a $50 fine. Troopers are also using unmarked cars to look for road ragers. They use a 2-car system. The unmarked car follows a speeder, while a marked car waiting ahead pulls the driver over.
By using concealed identity vehicles like the road rage van and unmarked cars, we can watch traffic and we can watch for the aggressive driver, the person who's cutting you off, and we can pull them over and stop them before they have an accident with you.
Now, the unmarked cars and vans were paid for by a federal grant. The vans are also equipped with video systems that can tape record the incidents. Matt?
Well, Allie, how busy have the police been on the thruway tonight?
Well, Matt, they've ticketed more than 50 drivers at the location here in Syracuse, but there are 3 other stops throughout central New York, and they've ticketed hundreds of drivers throughout the day.
So if you're not wearing your seatbelt yet, it's a good idea to put it on as the holiday
Absolutely.
approaches. Thank you, Allie Meyer, in the newsroom tonight.
A central New York construction worker recovers from an on-the-job accident in Bridgeport. Dawn Hall of Hannibal was working beneath the house on Long Shore View Drive when the house fell on top of him. His lower body was crushed. It took rescuers about 30 minutes to pull Hall from the house.
A brick fell out or something kicked out from underneath. The house came down on top of the guy. Half his body was under the house, half his body was out.
I could hear him screaming, so that's why I called 911. I didn't think he was dead, but I knew he was hurt bad.
Hall was taken by helicopter to University Hospital, where he's in serious condition. A federal agency that looks into on-the-job accidents is investigating.
A body rub parlor and sex-related businesses are both now on an upcoming agenda for the Syracuse Planning Commission. On the same night, the commission holds a public hearing to ban sexually related businesses. It'll also hold a hearing for a permit for a business called Tantasia. The last body rub shop to try for the permit failed and has since been shut down. Owner Sean Longo says he's fighting for his rights against City Hall. He hopes it'll work this time.
I feel bad for the people of Syracuse because at any given time, an organization like the Common Council and the mayor's office can come attack their business and take away their dreams as an American citizen.
Longo has his hearing on Monday, November 29th at 6 p.m. at the Common Council chambers. Well, Onondaga County health officials say there are more cases of breast cancer in our affluent communities.
But they say part of that reason is because women in the urban areas like the city of Syracuse didn't answer that county-wide survey. The Breast Cancer Mapping Project mailed thousands of surveys to women all across Onondaga County. About 30,000 of them were sent back. Officials say those surveys most came from suburban and rural communities like Fayetteville and Marcellus. Only about 15% of women in the city of Syracuse sent back the survey.
I'm very concerned, being a breast cancer survivor myself, that a large number of black women are dying once they are diagnosed with the cancer. Is it that it's too late?
The results from the survey will be sent to the state health department, and they'll add our numbers to the statewide cancer registry.
It's been quite a project.
Yeah, the most ambitious in the country.
Yeah.
Too bad women in the city of Syracuse could not have participated more fully, but perhaps a little bit of education will fix that.
Time to learn a little bit. Well, time now to hear about a weekend that, if we could top today, would be a really special weekend for us.
Let's see how special it's going to be.
Well, that's a mighty tall order topping today, but we're going to try. Over the weekend, we'll get close anyway. Probably not as nice as today.
We'll have a full story tonight.
Nakano, tonight on Eyewitness News 5. We haven't even reached Thanksgiving, and already Christmas decor is popping up and holiday gift buying is kicking in. Karen May takes a closer look. Plus, the health department pushes early breast cancer detection by offering free mammograms. And find out what brought Jerry Mathers to town.
And as rain showers push their way out of the area, what's in store for tomorrow? I'll tell you tonight.
We'll see you tonight for Eyewitness News 5 at 11.
Tuesday at 6 on Eyewitness News 5. Hear a family's tragic story and learn how dangerous your water can be. Then, at 11, in an exclusive investigation, we tested the water in central New York. Find out if your water is fit to drink. Tuesday at 6 and 11 on Eyewitness News 5.
Goldberg's Furniture has it. Ultimate bedding.
An executive is fired for having a life-saving operation.
Coming to CBS, it's the biggest week of music ever. It all starts CBS Wednesday.
It's all at the mall, the Fusillo Import Auto Mall on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Hey folks, I'm Tom Park, and it's a giant year-end blowout. Now, if you're looking for a Honda Accord or a Honda Civic, maybe a Toyota Camry or Corolla, or a Nissan or a German import, maybe you're looking for a Hyundai Accent, these start at just $39.95 here at the Fusillo Import Auto Mall. Just give us a call or make the short drive during this huge year-end blowout. It's all at the mall, the Fusillo Import Auto Mall.
It's that second when you catch life in the act of happening.
Volunteers are working to bring holiday cheer to local children. The story tonight. I'm Denise Nakano. Tonight, the victims of the bonfire collapse at Texas A&M are remembered. Plus, local students put their engineering skills to the test. This and much more next. I'm Denise Nakano. Next on Eyewitness News 5, the day after the results of a breast cancer survey are released, Syracuse women come out for free mammograms. Plus, it seems like the holiday shopping season starts earlier and earlier every year. Those stories plus the precision forecast. Eyewitness News 5 is next.
It's all at the mall, the Fusillo Import Auto Mall on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Hey folks, I'm Tom Park, and it's a huge end-of-the-year blowout here at Fusillo's. And you're going to find a great selection of Mazdas, Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Isuzus, Mitsubishis, even Ford, Chevy, and Dodge Sport Utilities, all at the lowest price with our volume selling. But the key is you need to act now. Call us toll-free or make the short drive to Outer Washington Street in Watertown, where it's all at the mall, the Fusillo Import Auto Mall.
TVH 5 Syracuse. And now, live from the first television station in central New York, this is Eyewitness News 5 Weekend at 11.
We're still days away from Thanksgiving, but stores are already pushing for Christmas shoppers. Good evening, I'm Denise Nakano. Thank you for joining us. That story in just a bit, but first, police are looking for two men who forced their way into an Auburn home and robbed two people at gunpoint. The robbery happened this afternoon on Orchard Street. Police are still looking for the suspects who got away with cash and cell phones. Well, state police continue their crackdown on drivers who don't wear their seatbelts. Already, 200 tickets have been issued in Onondaga County alone. Police say they're enforcing a zero-tolerance policy through November 28th. Police have set up roadblocks and checkpoints across the state. Officials estimate 75% of people in the state wear their seatbelts, and they want to raise that number to at least 85%. The worker pinned underneath a house in a construction accident remains in serious condition tonight at University Hospital. Don Hall of Hannibal was working underneath a house in Bridgeport when it fell on top of him. The house landed on his lower body, trapping him for more than a half hour. Rescuers used airbags and jacks to raise the house and pull Hall to safety. Onondaga County sponsored a mammogram clinic today, just a day after results were released from a breast cancer study. This afternoon, dozens of women came to the Central New York Diagnostic Imaging Center for low-cost mammograms. The clinic is a part of a program called Women's Health Outreach. Their mission is to avoid letting costs get in the way of women staying healthy.
The Women's Health Outreach has a wonderful program that they set up to make it convenient for the patients, you know, and make it easy for them to be accessible to mammography.
Yesterday, the County Health Department released the results from their breast cancer mapping project. The surveys show there are more cases of breast cancer in the affluent communities of Onondaga County. If you'd like information about where to get a mammogram, call the County Health Department. The number's at the bottom of your screen at 435-3653. Well, we saw gray skies and rain today, but will it be clearing for tomorrow? Tracy Humphrey joins us from the Forecast Center now to let us know. Tracy?
Well, Denise, you're right. We saw a lot of clouds today. We also saw very nice temperatures, a high 57 degrees. That is wonderful for this time of the year. But tomorrow, what can you expect? More clouds, but mild temperatures will stay in the forecast. Taking a look outside right now in our current conditions, 46 degrees, a west to southwest wind at 8 miles per hour. Very high humidity, 93%. You may even see some fog in some areas. And right now, our pressure is holding steady. So again, today we did see a mix of clouds. We also saw some rain off and on, picked up about 0.2 of an inch. Tomorrow, no rain in the forecast, but again, very nice temperatures. I'll let you know all about that and more coming up from our Precision Forecast.
All right, Tracy, thank you. The holiday season is moving in quickly, and many areas are already decked out for the holidays. As Eyewitness News 5's Karen May reports, holiday preparations seem to start earlier each year.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Especially in central New York. There's no snow on the ground, but Old St. Nick has already made his debut.
Sit right down here.
But wait just a minute. That calendar says we're still days away from slicing up the turkey.
Oh, it's a little early to see Santa Claus and the moms before Thanksgiving.
Still, there's little doubt we're getting into the holiday spirit earlier every year. Some say we're just so busy that we want to finish shopping as soon as possible. But for others, it's the stores that are cashing in on Christmas.
You just go into a store and you get into the Christmas spirit with the decorations and the music and all, and you end up buying.
I think it's both the actual customers and the stores. People want to get it done in one day. I've seen a lot today.
But no matter what the reason, there's simply no escaping the premature start to the holiday season. It seems like everywhere you go, you're surrounded by trees, lights, boxes, and bows.
But not everyone is ready for the holidays.
Oh, don't cry. Listen, look what I got for you.
Some are even scared of the traditions. Little Billy Kubiak wouldn't go near Santa.
He was a little nervous. He was clinging on to his mommy. He wasn't too sure what to make of it.
And Billy isn't the only one. Central New Yorkers are simply handling the rush as best they can as the clock starts ticking on yet another holiday season. Karen May, Eyewitness News 5.
And Karen tells us this is just the tip of the iceberg. Retailers are still gearing up for the biggest shopping day of the year, which usually happens the day after Thanksgiving. Well, workers at a local bank volunteer as Santa's helpers for the day. Dozens of employees from M&T Bank spent the afternoon at St. Vincent de Paul. They were helping the nonprofit agency get up to speed on the holiday season. Each year, St. Vincent de Paul gets thousands of toys donated, and today, volunteers help make those toys look like new for the children who will soon receive them.
It's a lot of fun putting them together and seeing if they work, and it kind of gets you back to your childhood and to what Christmas is all about.
This is the second year M&T workers have come to help St. Vincent de Paul sift through thousands of holiday donations. If you would like to donate toys for the holidays, call them at 475-4659. Well, as a child, he starred in the hit TV series Leave It to Beaver. Now he informs people